the suppression of the use of marijuana and of the forces lurking behind it are the most important jobs this department is now engaged in. In 1930, the records on marijuana in the Washington office of the Narcotics Division scarcely filled a small folder like this. Today, they fill cabinets.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Coloradians and everyone that's smart enough to listen from the outside.
One of the most amazing plants we've ever discovered.
The pot party, the trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
I got weed pots.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Stoned Appetit with your hosts, as always. It's me, Kip, and to my left, I got CB. CB, how you feeling on this Sunday afternoon?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day outside. There's a home game going on, so people are out and about.
Hell yeah. Autumn is here. You know, October has brought those kind weathers as well as all the fun outdoor activities, from leaf peeping and apple picking and all those other, like, Becky and Karen type activities, all the way down to beer fest and parties in the streets around Denver. It's a great time to be in Colorado.
Yeah, and we're at one of our favorite spots, Tennyson area.
Hell yeah, we're here partying today at the Emporium Brewing Company, located, I think, at like 42nd and Tennyson Street. Did I
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
Fuck yes,
Awesome.
I did. And those voices you just heard are our guests today. It's Greg and Sarah Fetzer, founders, brewers, accountants, everything. They wear all the hats over here at the Emporium. And we're here today to talk to them about their big-ass party they're throwing this weekend. We're fucking shutting down the streets for FRESHTOBERFEST. Chris, it's going to be a doozy.
Shutting down the streets, eh?
Yes, sir, or something like that. We're going to get drunk in the streets.
A street. Yeah, we'll take it.
A
though.
street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same
exactly,
thing.
exactly right.
Yeah. When you say streets, everyone's like, fuck yeah. If you have a barricade up, people know that they can party inside it. They're excited. But, I mean, as we said on last week's episode, we got Frasco coming this weekend, and we have the FRESHTOBERFEST that's going on the 9th as well. So we're about to give y'all the whole insight on how to party in Denver this weekend. But before we do that, we got to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to do all these cool things. So we want to give a shout out to our friends over at Seed & Smith. Y'all hear about it every week. We're really high on the dart pin. I lost another one golfing this weekend. That chalks it up to number 7.
You lose a lot on the course.
I lose a lot of everything. But Seed & Smith, good thing that they have locations. They got their new location in Louisville, 1413 Heckler Way. And then they have their Dynamite location and OG spot out there on Oakland. But they also, you can find them all over the city. You don't have to stop there. You know, we hype about how you can find them at the Starbuds locations all peppered throughout the metro. But Seed & Smith's got something for everybody. If darts aren't your play, then, you know, they have fantastic flour. They have all the edibles. They play the hits just like everybody else. And they also have, like, snazzy clothes that are comfortable as shit. You can't beat it with a stick. Seed & Smith, both on location and throughout the city, they're a hell of a product. And, of course, we would be remiss if we didn't give a shout-out to our favorite Denver dispensary, and that's our friends over at Cali's Cannabis. They have 3 locations across the metro area, 8th and Kenosha Court, 30th and Larimer, and then they have that one all the way up in bumfuck North Glen. But for our downtown Denver folks, you know I love sending y'all that way because they have the best deals of the day. They have something different every day of the week, a great deal on Sunday as we're recording today. I'm pretty sure it's buy an ounce out the door for $99. They have something every day of the week. You can check their website, caliscannabis.com, or follow them online at shop, SHOPPE, you know, that fancy shop, Cali's. And then also don't forget they have a killer rewards program where you can get 2 times the points if you're just following on Instagram and things of that nature. And then, of course, a deal every single day of the week. So check them out. Seed & Smith, Cali's Cannabis. Those are our friends.
Nailed it.
Whew. All right, so y'all, we kind of gave y'all a brief intro, Greg and Sarah, but we like to start every episode the same way, and that's with me turning my mic off, drinking some of y'all's delicious beer, and letting Chris run with the conversation. So I'm going to hand it off to him, and I'll talk to y'all in a little while.
Awesome.
All right, and we'll go with ladies first. So, Sarah, are you a transplant or a native to Colorado?
I'm a native to Colorado.
Hey-o.
Yep. Born and raised, Montrose, Colorado, Western Slope.
What hospital were you born in?
Montrose.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Montrose High School.
What brought you across the plane?
College.
Okay. Boulder?
Fort Collins.
Okay, there you go. Y'all are really bad at football.
Really bad.
Yeah.
Really nice stadium, though.
But really cool town, too.
And fuck yeah,
Sweet
it's a
town.
lot of fun.
Yes, 100%.
I love that town.
Loved Fort Collins.
Nice. How long
Yep.
you been back, like, in the Denver area?
6 years.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
6
Okay.
years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. Did you ever have the itch to get out and be like, these fucking Chads are all moving into our state. We got to go try something else? Or were you like, no, I love it here. I can't leave?
No, actually, that started our brewing journey. Was we moved to Oregon for a little while. We lived in Newport on the coast, and he worked at Rogue.
What's
so-
Rogue?
It's a brewery out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Industry terms.
Yeah, no worries.
They fly over my head. Well, that's cool. I mean, you didn't come back with like purple hair or like this want to overthrow a government, so that's pretty gnarly.
No, I looked pretty much the same as I did when I left.
Came back with rain boots, a shitload of sweaters, and no tan whatsoever.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, you know.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And a newfound love for Colorado. Right?
Exactly.
Like, shit, we're back.
Yep.
Well, Greg, I mean, we'll follow that up. Also a native? Or
Yeah, pretty much the same. We grew up in opposite sides of the state. So native, I grew up northeast Colorado, like 20 miles from Nebraska, a little town called Haxton out there. Town of 900 people. And then same thing. Went to Fort Collins. That's where we met. Was in college, actually.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just
wow.
ruined
Yeah.
my follow-up question. Which was
Nailed
not
it.
Where
for
did
me.
y'all meet in college?
Was it a frat party, or were y'all like nerding out over like some hazy IPAs?
No,
And
it
you're
was
like,
a-
I think I found my partner.
This is at work, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
both were
Workplace
at the...
romance.
Exactly,
It was.
yeah.
Was this like a Matt Lauer situation, or was it like, y'all were like
It
actually
was-
love each other?
yeah,
and
a
then
little
told
more
HR?
PG than that. Yeah, exactly.
I've been watching the morning show, so I wasn't sure.
Greg
Yep.
didn't have to use his authority.
No.
Sarah, in fact, did.
Yeah.
She's like,
Always.
go out with me or you're fired.
So, hold on, where are y'all working in Fort Collins?
So Budweiser Event Center.
Holy shit,
oddly
y'all
enough.
just love beer.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
We-
followed us our whole way.
Not at the same time, but we're both interns for the Colorado Eagles, the minor league hockey team
Hell
up
yeah.
there. And then both started working for the Budweiser Event Center once we were no longer interns for
Oh,
the
okay.
hockey team. So kind of had the same path and then cross paths.
Fuck yeah. And then
Yeah.
y'all both went out to Oregon.
Yep.
You started working at Rogue.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get that job? Were you...
It was one of those things where working at the event center, I was event manager at the time, and they wanted to move me East Coast to do some more training and all of that, and that wasn't, I don't know, it didn't seem like our jam at all. So we're like, okay, let's check out like West Coast. And I was a home brewer at the time, loved homebrew and all of that, but wanted to get some professional experience. Rogue was willing to take a flyer on me. Moved out there for about a year and a half, did that whole thing. Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
Nice.
So when did we determine that maybe, instead of like working for somebody else's brew, y'all were like, we can fucking do this? Like, did y'all start in a garage? Like we had our ladies from Lady Justice on a couple weeks ago, and they were talking about how it was like, it's a fucking effort. You have 700 tries before you get something that's worth a damn kind of vibe.
No, and that was the reason. We knew we kind of maybe wanted to start our own thing, but we wanted to dip our feet in the water first. We didn't want to go straight from home brewing from the garage and then jump up to this. So we wanted to get some professional experience. So worked at Rogue for a year and a half, and then moved and worked at Castle Rock. Got all that professional experience. Been doing it for like 10-ish years professionally, something like that. 8, somewhere around there. Feels
Splitting
like
hairs.
15.
Fuck yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly.
As podcasters, we know it takes a toll on you.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
Now hold on. Are you a brewer as well, or?
I'm not. No, he is our only brewer. I do all of the
Everything else.
Yeah,
Were you
everything.
honest with him when he brewed beer and like, were you like,
This shit
Oh,
sucks.
honestly, when we met, I drank
This is
Bud Light
rubbish.
Lime.
Yeah,
So-
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Are we throwing shade at the people that drink
no,
Bud Light
of
Lime?
course not.
That's like 28%
No,
of
I
our
was in
demo.
college. I had some New Belgium Odell beers here and there, but really wasn't my.
She makes it
My
sound like it's
style.
opiates. She was like, I was in college. I made mistakes.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
had a Bud Light Lime. I drank and
Chase the
drove.
dragon.
Yeah, she's like, I'm sorry. I had a mass-produced beer.
Okay, so maybe he wasn't coming to you as a taste tester.
Yeah, not always.
Yeah, that wasn't her best skill when we met. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Admittedly. Yeah.
You could have ruined the whole damn thing.
Exactly,
Take
exactly.
one, get a Bud Light Lime, get the fuck out of here.
No, but I'm the only brewer, so I don't deserve it, but I get a lot of the credit for this place, but she's what really helps make it run, too. We got another partner, Mike. He runs front of house. So, yeah, between her and Mike, they're they're really kind of the business, you know.
So how long has it been since, like, I mean, obviously, you know, our listeners know that I'm a tequila guy and Chris loves a good craft beer, but y'all have been here for a little while now. You know, y'all have a gnarly patio on the.
Yeah.
How did we get to this point? Like, when did this actually all start kind of rolling?
We opened March of 2019.
Yeah, okay.
So exactly
Solid
a year.
timing.
Yeah,
exactly.
a year before, you know, shit hit the fan.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well, you know,
Tax day.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, COVID of course happened, and that was our year anniversary. We were closed down, but because of COVID, we got our sweet patio outside. Honestly,
That just used to be a parking lot
Yeah.
before
That is
COVID.
true,
Yeah.
Y'all in
so we
South
had-
Broadway share that
Yep.
like parking lot vibe.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep. So yeah, we just thankfully we were young, so I think we were able to pivot easier and just
Yeah.
make
Still
it work.
hungry, scrappy. We did have that, you know, that year or two to build up a little bit of a clientele and all
Right.
that, which helped out a lot. And being in this neighborhood, we got a lot of repeat customers. The neighborhood's super supportive of the small local businesses, so we were incredibly fortunate during COVID. We really were.
Did y'all do a lot of to-go beers? And,
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, forced us to get a little bit different. We never wanted to package or do any of that, but because of it, it kind of forced our hand into doing a little more packaging, going into 16-ounce cans, buying a small canning line. So it really forced us to get a little more creative, and I think we're better now for it.
Hell yeah. Do y'all have like food trucks and stuff come up here? Or is it just mainly, I mean, there's a lot of food around.
Yeah, we do.
Because
on
you can
the
bring
weekends.
food and let y'all have people party on the patio.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
and that's what we would prefer you do, honestly. There's almost anything you would want.
There's
on
fucking
the street.
dank ass food all across.
yeah.
the
Yeah,
strip.
so go
Post
support
Oak,
another business
those
and bring
beans
it
at
in.
Post Oak, I swear to God, I'd use it as lube if the girlfriend was down. Like, it's so good with those little bits of brisket.
I do
The
the
mac
same
and
thing with
cheese
our
is-
mac and cheese.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And your
good.
wife's right here.
Exactly. I got no shame. Yeah, no
Like,
shame.
She's like, it is good.
Yeah.
But no, that's a great call. You know, like, obviously it was an interesting dynamic with the whole situation of COVID and how you had to have food to kind of survive as an in-house place.
Yeah.
But the fact that y'all can lean on your neighbors and, you know, you'll have a killer park across the way. You can grab the 4-pack and kind of make a day of it. And ironically enough, that's what we're here to talk about, is making a day of partying with booze and the sunshine this coming
Yeah.
Saturday.
Yep.
Exactly.
So before we dive into FRESHTOBER, quick for our listeners, how can they find y'all on social media, tickets for the event, what's going on this weekend? Give them all that before we talk about it, just because it's early.
Facebook, Instagram at Emporium Brew.
EMPOURIUM,
Nailed
for
it.
those that are
Yes.
asking. I was
Pouring
reading your
of beer,
shirt.
yes.
by the
Yeah,
way.
that's good, man.
Theemporium.com is our website. 42nd and Tennyson.
It's a fucking vibe over here, and y'all just had First Friday just the other night,
Yep.
where you can hear the concert from y'all's patio that's
Yeah.
going on at Berkeley Untapped.
Yeah,
Roof.
if you haven't checked out First Fridays down here, it's pretty killer.
I don't
it's
know
a lot
what
of fun.
happened. Did they rent that thing above them and start playing concerts? Because it's awesome.
Yeah, so across the street, Jay, who owns Berkeley Untapped, that's actually his apartment. And
Okay.
he
Oh,
sets
okay,
up
that
his
makes
he
sense.
sets up his patio for the bands, and it's awesome over
But
there.
It really is.
So I was just here. It was a great time this past Friday.
Tripping your dick off.
I went to the Van Gogh with a buddy.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we ate a couple mushrooms. Shout
It's
out,
legal, by the way, so it's
Exactly.
not weird. We can
shout
say
out
that.
to the boy who gave you those.
Did you like them?
We did.
Okay, so somebody
Slap.
like came up and they're like, "You're Stoned Appetit," and gave me a 2-gram chocolate bar, and they're
Oh.
like, "Let us know what you think." This is our official review. Chris ate them at Van Gogh.
Eat one and go sit around in Van Gogh. It's a good time.
We're going next week.
Nice.
Might I recommend mushrooms?
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't forget to get some weed from Callie's or Seed and Smith.
There we
too.
go.
There you go.
Definitely
Done.
cool sober, but really cool on mushrooms. But yeah, I was wondering because when I was here Friday, I was thinking the band was like set up on the street, and then when I got up here, I saw them on the patio, on the balcony.
Did you
And
think
then
it
I
was flying?
Well, no, but I was thinking like, how the fuck is everybody else okay with that? Like,
Yeah, like what if you're the neighbor? Like, God damn it.
Oh, I know. Yeah, and
shared
yeah,
wall Fridays
Jay, he's kind
Free
of got
tap.
that. He's got it cornered too, because he's like the president of the HOA in that building too. So who are you going to complain to? You know?
That's great. Yeah, we've called the city 6 times on them. We just keep sending letters to the HOA.
Yep. Ain't gonna work.
Well, hell yeah. So yeah, it's a great time at the first of the month, and y'all have a killer patio for that. But the second weekend of October, we have a big reveal going on. And I don't mean full frontal. I'm talking about beers and parties on the patio.